so many flies all around. Just enjoy.
True. Shall we start?
Yeah.
So, yesterday's question was, how do we experience frame by frame?
Correct.
But have you seen that video?
You sent long time back, right?
Yes, I sent long time.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen that.
Okay. So, how? Okay, now I will give you some examples which can help you to see the direction. Have you stood below a, let us say today the weather is good, so let's say you are below a shade and then you see the sky and the clouds moving.
Correct.
Right? Have you observed the clouds closely? Just the clouds, not the sky.
Yeah. And nowadays, number of times, almost daily, I watch that.
Okay, so
what sleeping on the terrace in the evening sometimes.
Okay, so what exactly happens with the cloud?
Cloud moves in the direction of wind is first my observation. Second is, when you observe continuously that one, you forget everything. You also start moving along with that.
Right. And after that?
It's a joy. Happiness is there.
No, that is correct, because once you forget you are not there, then joy is the next immediate occurrence. Now, other than that, what happens to the cloud?
After cloud is over, then what happens to cloud is unknown. It goes. But what you see maybe behind, sometimes you will have sometimes big cloud will come. Sometimes suddenly in between you have some space, clear sky.
Right. So have you watched, they do this time-lapse videos. Have you seen the time-lapse video?
Yeah. My daughter does nowadays. That 1 minute video.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes so fast, like attacking, like storm water.
Okay, so what do you understand by that? And this question is only not for Bhatt. It can be answered by Padma Shri as well as Lata. So don't consider it's only for Bhatt.
Bhatt is the one who was watching the clouds.
No, forget the cloud. I am asking about the time-lapse videos. What is the learning out of a time-lapse video?
I have not seen any time.
Are you talking about slow one or fast one? Both we are doing it.
Whichever. I don't mind whether it is fast.
Yeah. See, the thing is, when things are moving very fast, that observation, when you watch at that this one, after taking the picture, when you watch that, you get a feel of what's happening. Such a fast rate it happens. That cloud moving, it's like a gushing. And similarly, when you see that the slow motion related one, it is aram se moves. It's like a frame by frame movement.
No, both are frame by frame movement only. But there is a difference. What happens?
The faster one creates sudden change in the feeling. The slow one calms down your thoughts. The slowest one. When you make a slow motion.
Okay. Any other answers?
The cloud moves and then it changes shape, it dissipates, some other cloud comes and all that.
Okay. No, that's on the, you have not watched the cloud, so don't worry about that. How about time-lapse videos?
I have not watched time-lapse videos.
Okay. Do you know what is a time-lapse video?
No, I don't know.
Okay. How about you, Padmashri?
I don't know too.
Wow. Then you should see some time-lapse videos. Time-lapse videos are...
See, one is that sometimes what they do, the flower blooming, no? Though it takes so long, they just fast forward it to
Correct.
show.
Correct. That is what is called time-lapse video.
Oh, okay.
So if you fast forward something, it is called time-lapse video. So when you do a real fast of something, what happens? If you were to take a string and have an iron ball attached to it and make that iron ball red hot high kind and then keep on turning at the fastest pace, then what happens?
Yeah, you will see a circle. You feel it is continuous.
One, you will feel continuous. Two, if it is very fast,
you will not see it. You will just see that.
No, you'll see it. You will see it as fixed.
Circle.
No, the circle is there, but it's fixed. It looks like fixed. It's not. It's unmoving.
Yeah, correct.
And that is the relativity. It is relative to distance, and it is relative to the time and space. Okay. So all objects in motion, when they move pretty fast, they tend to stay. It seems it is stationary. Just like you see a flight, right, from far. And even though it is moving, it doesn't seem to be moving.
Yeah, even flight moving.
In the flight, you will not feel.
You feel that slow movement.
Yes,
compared to the actual speed.
Yes, you feel slow movement, or in some cases, you don't feel any movement. You'll not feel anything. Only when you see through the window, you will see that it is moving, and that too very slowly. It's 800 kilometer speed or 1000 kilometer speed, but still it looks pretty slow. Okay, so it's relative. So this is what Einstein found in terms of theory of relativity. Now this you can see it in action every moment. Like Earth is turning pretty fast, but you will not feel it. You can only feel it by observation. So how do you observe? So you have to put depth of field. It's in camera called depth of field, but your eyes also have the depth of field. What you can do is you can stand in a shade and then watch the sun go by. So you keep on observing a shade and the shade starts to move. That clearly shows that the earth is moving. And also you can see the sun is also moving on its own.
Best is watching moon. I see tomorrow full moon day is there, not day after tomorrow.
No, 1st of October is full moon day.
Yeah.
Not tomorrow.
1 minute. Then Amavasya, what is that?
Amavasya.
It's Amavasya.
No, you will not find any moon.
Yes. But daytime also, during Ashtami time, the moon is fantastic. You have to watch.
Yes.
Both sides. Yeah, Ashtami this side or that side. 8th day.
Right. So, what does it show to you? Now, that's my question.
Yeah, it gives a feel. For example, moon is stationary, cloud is moving. But actually, moon is also moving. Moon is a very, very slow movement. But we don't feel.
Correct.
But if you watch the same thing after 30 minutes, you know that you see every 30 minutes the same moon. You can see clearly that moon is moved. But continuously when you watch, you don't get a feel of movement of moon.
It's not only moon which has moved, we have also moved.
Along with it.
Yeah.
Along with it. So you don't miss yourself. So the basic thing is that the movement is there all the time. So now the question comes, what moves and what doesn't move? In that moon or sun or whatever you are talking about, what is moving and what is not moving?
From the relativity point of view, when I am connected with the earth, with the respect to earth, I am moving the same speed, but earth and me between two, I don't move because I'm in a stationary place.
Yes.
But it's not a geostationary. With the respect to earth, I am stationary.
Yes. Right. This is fast forward, pretty fast. So you see yourself standing while other things are moving. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, what if it is slow motion? Then what happens? Very slow motion.
Very slow motion is that the blooming flowers.
No, that is the fast.
That's the fast, huh?
No, if they show that blooming, it is fast, right? The time lapse video is fast.
Yes, yes.
So what is the slowest of the slowest?
If you slow, you will feel it as discrete, not continuous. So you'll be able to see it step by step.
Yes, you'll be able to see step by step. That is correct. I'll give you an assignment. Maybe you should try this out. Okay. Now you don't print photographs. Otherwise, they used to print photograph. You should take a burst photography of 1,000 pictures. Okay.
Yes.
And rotate it. Then what happens?
You get a feel of continuous flow.
Of yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So burst photography is the right way to see how consciousness makes this fixed one to move. Got the point? Either you have to slow down yourself to see the consciousness doing this, or you should understand through burst photography. You take 10,000 or 1 lakh frames and flip it. It gives you a complete motion picture, just like a movie, even though it is frame by frame.
There are two phenomena which we are talking. When you are talking about time lapse and when we are talking about the flower blooming, we are actually compressing the time. But when you are talking about bursts, we are expanding the time, meaning some action which would have taken even a millisecond for it to happen, you are trying to stretch it to see what was that action, like winking of an eye. When you do it in that slow motion, one is the fast forward, another one is the slow motion. So yes. which is it that we are relating it with now consciousness?
The consciousness are in both. So you have to choose
slow motion and fast
forward. Both are having consciousness, but you have to select whichever you want. If you take a fast forward thing, it looks stable. So whatever you think is stable is actually made stable by the consciousness. And that's the reason our aging is not seen minute by minute, because it's just frame by frame. So you have to slow it down to see how this whole thing works. So that's the reason I was asking you, anybody of you have seen this time-lapse video? And you should keenly observe. You should have a very nice observation of what is happening in any time-lapse. If you go to YouTube and give time-lapse video, you get thousands of time-lapse videos, and just watch how the sky is, how the clouds are coming on a home, and how it is moving, and how the darkness is coming, how the light is coming, and it's in fast forward motion. Okay, that fast forward thing, if it is too much fast, it becomes constant. It becomes unmoving. So you have to use your intellect to really see this fastness and slowness. And then at some point it breaks, meaning you'll really experience it, whatever you're seeing. meaning to say that it becomes your experience, your personal experience of how consciousness arises, passes away between two fixed frames. And it's got nothing to do with you. It happens with everyone and with everything, every given object in space has the same effect of arising, passing away, and there is a pause in between. Between two arising and two passing away, there is a pause. And again, there is arising and passing away. And again, there is a pause. And again, arising, passing away. So your heartbeat works the same way, your breath works the same way, all your body movement works the same way, and the whole world works the same way. So this is the law of physics, what you will really see in your body, or you will really experience without the requirement of any kind of gadgets or instrument to do it. So for those people who have not experienced and they don't know what really it looks like, it's better to watch some time-lapse videos on the net, fast-forward ones and slow motion ones videos, and you can see frame by frame occurrence. Okay, and after you start concentrating on that, just like what Bhatt was saying, is that if you sleep on the terrace and you start watching the clouds, suddenly you will become the cloud. So you start moving with the cloud. And when that happens, you're already there in that conscious mode. That is frame by frame mode. And then you will experience the frame by frame. This is the practice you need to do. When it happens, how it happens, I don't know. I don't have an answer, but I can tell you how you can do it. Okay, and I can also tell you what you need to do it, because I have done both of them. I have done with the fast forward ones, I have done with the slow motion ones, and keenly observing what happens in somebody is in slow motion and how. And also I've worked on the burst photography, where you flip the pictures so fast that it creates the motion. And now you keep on observing that motion, and again and again and again you become the motion. And then you will try, and then you will get the hang of how you are moving, how your mouth is moving, how your hands are moving, how your thoughts are moving. Everything is moving, not because you are moving, it is because of the consciousness which is moving all of this. And there is no you as such to experience any one of these. There is no you at all. That's what Shankaracharya said yesterday when we were looking at Viveka Chudamani, that there is no jiva. It's a fiction. It's not truth. It's only the consciousness at play with 5 elements. There is no you to experience or not experience anything at all. It's just law of physics. So that's what you'll experience. So I've given you some examples to see. Any time-lapse videos on the internet and any this FPS videos, this frame per seconds videos, go through it, look at how the glass shatter, and they would have taken it as a very slow motion, and you can see the bullet passing through it, and it breaks the glass, and how each one will break. And when you observe, don't just observe the person who is hitting the glass and all that. Be that person, be that glass which is breaking. And then you'll experience the same thing. Whatever is happening there, you will experience it. It need not be that whether you should have an Apple Mac thing or mobile or whatever, it doesn't really matter. If you have a better device, it will give you that 4K color thing, which will make it realistic. But if you don't have, also it's fine. You will get to see how consciousness works. And once you see how consciousness works, you have got what you should know. Then the matter drops off. Then your interest on matter will just fade away, because now you've seen the reality. Now you're seeing Brahman in action. It binds something which never be bound. Meaning you will see the frame by frame. Frame is not bound. It seems to be. Each picture is coming individual. So each body frame is individual. And each dust particle in that is individual. It has no relative entity as a person. Each is just a dust. There is no person there. And now you can observe through that what is the meaning of a cell. And what we are talking is that when corona or whatever they are talking about, it affects that cell and how it multiplies, where you don't have anything. And the cell have the pain receptor, so it generates the pain. And then you say, I am in pain. But actually there is no you to be in pain, it's just pain. And when there is nothing there, you feel pleasure. Because cells undergo pleasure, not you undergo any pleasure. So you will see this time lapse in action, or the FPS in action. So then you will understand how the biology works and how the chemistry works and how the physics works. All the three in the body, so-called body, is consisting of only physical matter, chemical matter, and the biological. Neither of that is you or I. And they just come together because of consciousness, and they drop off immediately after the consciousness passes away. So consciousness comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and goes, making that motion picture. And that's what you will experience. That consciousness which is there is Brahman. It's not continuous motion. It just comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and goes. And that consciousness which is coming and going due to a cause and a condition is Brahman. The individual I, what we are talking about, is that combining which happens, that joining which happens, and then you feel that, oh, I am, oh, no, I'm not. This one which is happening, and that is the individual I. So this gap, what you see between two frames, you will get to see that, oh my goodness, I don't exist in this frame. The frame are frame. Consciousness is consciousness. They don't attach to each other, even though it seems to be the case because of this consciousness. So then you are released from samsara because you are no longer hankering on that each individual frames, that this is my frame. Oh, the next moment, this is my frame. Next moment, this is my frame. It's just frame. It's not your frame or my frame or whosoever frame. It's just frame. This you will experience. That's a beautiful experience when we have it. So, but if you are sleeping on terrace, just lie down when the clouds are less. Just start watching the sky. Don't watch the cloud. Concentrate on the sky first, which gives you a dimension of non-movement. So first you have to look at what is unmoving. So the sky looks unmoving, and then after some time concentrate on the cloud. Look at how clouds are flowing by while sky is being seen. After some time you become the cloud, and now watch the fun. It gives you the frame by frame pictorial representation. When you see with the sky, the gap is the sky, the clouds are the one which is moving. Similarly, the consciousness is that sky, and your body parts are moving. You got the point?
See, when I watch sky initially, and then this is a good time. I think this month you can observe that because a lot of clouds and sky both. Even today may be excellent for that. So when I watch sky, that is stable. That's what you're telling, that's the conscious. And then you have clouds moving. I should watch. When I watch, after some time, I myself will move with the same speed of cloud in my chitta. So then you are asking that when it is moving, what is the next step I should do? Now I am moving. That is possible easily to establish. What is the next step?
Concentrate on the sky and the cloud, both. The first,
Okay.
I'll again tell you step by step. First, let's say you're on the terrace. If you want, you can go to the terrace right now. If your internet works. So
Yeah, it works. I'll go.
you go. We can do it live.
Yeah.
I'll wait until you speak once you're upstairs. And Lata, if you want to do it, or Padmashri, if you want to do it, you can do it. I have no problem. Or whoever wants to do it can do it. You can experience right here, right now.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, now you sit down and if I don't see a blue sky at your place, you have blue sky.
Oh, I can see both the blue and blue is there, and also the white is there.
Okay.
Yeah, it is moving. Super.
Near my place.
1 minute. I will just show you that sky, if possible. Video. Okay.
Yeah. Now I can see you, but okay.
Where is that?
See,
Sky?
it is cloudy. Yeah, there is a sky.
Can you see this?
Yeah, the small piece there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to concentrate. Keep your concentration on the sky.
Yes, I will watch. I will show you here like this. I don't know how to show you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I will switch off and then I'll watch that one.
Yeah, you please watch. So what I'll tell you step by step instruction. First, you watch the sky, blue sky.
Just a minute. How to switch off the camera? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Blue sky I'm watching.
Yeah, you have that space, right? You have that blue sky and cloud,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Keep your concentration on this blue sky while the cloud is moving
Yes.
for a few minutes, and then you will see that you are moving along with the cloud. Only the blue sky. Don't worry about the cloud for time.
Yeah, Yeah, that is moved now. I am looking at another side.
No, you should not change it. It is irrespective. So that's the reason.
It's moving so fast. It's moving so
very
fast.
Yes, it moves very fast, and actually you should do it when there is a lot of blue sky. You have a very small patch, patch of blue sky, so you will not be able to get that feel. In the morning today, you had a clear sky, so you could have done that. Anyway.
Yeah.
So the exercise here, but is that, let us say you are okay, then you forget the blue sky. There you have a lot of clouds, right? What you can do is you can take one of the cloud as it moves and keep your fix your sight on that cloud only. Don't move your head as the cloud moves. Just watch the cloud as though you are fixed.
Yeah.
Now the cloud will start moving, right? Many clouds will move.
Yes.
Now after some time you will start moving with the cloud. Your body seems like going away with the cloud, right?
Yeah. I'm able to establish that.
Yes. Once you establish that, you keep on watching the cloud. You will try to see dissipation of the cloud. Meaning it becomes like a frame now. One frame gone and next frame arrived. That frame gone, next frame arrived. That frame gone, next frame arrived. If you were to focus on just the cloud, don't turn your head or anything. Just be on whichever cloud that is. Let the cloud pass away, but you be there, and the next cloud comes, and the next cloud comes, and the next cloud comes. That the big cloud, and then after some time, you'll be able to see within the cloud itself there is some movement happening. Then after some time it slows down. So you will be able to see the entire cloud forming there. So your slow and fast motion both you can see.
Yeah, I can get that feeling. Because I used to get the same feeling when I watch from the river, from the bridge, when the water flow. Very
Yes.
easy to establish.
Yes, so you can do with anything.
Now I am able to see something similar here. Yes.
And then if you keep on watching like that, you will see that it turns itself into frames, individual frame where the other frame gets attached and other frame get attached, just like your train, right? So your train like a bogie, and one bogie is there, another bogie gets attached, and another bogie gets attached, like that. So you'll be able to see it with everything. Waterfall, same thing. River, same thing. Everything, same thing. Once you get this much clarity, you will be able to establish this with everything, and then you have to work with your body with this experience.
The whole sky I can now get one feel, like it is, what is that happening? It's like expanding, something like that.
Yes. You will be having expansion and contraction both happening. First you will see only expansion, then you will see contraction, and you will see expansion and contraction happening together. And that's what consciousness will do.
Mhm.
So now you can apply to your own body that you're expanding and contracting, just like what that clouds have expanded and contracted.
Similarly, you should watch our own body.
Yes, that's the exercise. Then you will see consciousness doing that for you.
Oh, consciousness is going to make our body continuous expansion and contraction.
Yes, and that's what we are talking or sleeping or eating or dreaming, and all that is due to expansion and contraction of the consciousness, not because you are expanding or you are contracting. And that will be a beautiful experience, and that is Brahma.
So you mean to say that the sky is expanding and sky is contracting?
The space is contracting and expanding.
Space.
Now we can consider the space as sky, because that's the nearest thing you can compare with. See, it is ever expanding space, right?
It is excellent experience watching the cloud now, because you feel you are moving in the sky along with that.
Yes. This is a beautiful thing of doing than anything else. You just watch the sky. Sri Hari is very happy. He is also doing that, and he says very good experience.
Yes. Let me practice daily.
Yeah, you practice it. This is the meditation what has to be done actually than any other thing. Then you will experience Brahman for sure. So the frames per second is what you call as me and you and all that. So each frame arrives, stays for millisecond, drops off, and again comes and
Show
drops
the
off.
sky to you. I don't know. Switch camera mode, other side. Reversal. Only front is possible, but other side not possible.
I think it should be possible. Ah, there you are. Some blue sky is there.
Sky is very nice.
Yeah.
The video, if I know how to reverse it, then it's easy for me. Otherwise, I have to go like this only, sky. for focusing, so nice sky and the nature.
You just watch the sky as the clouds keep on moving. If you keep on seeing the cloud, it
I
gives.
can keep the camera like this. You can watch.
Yeah. Now, what really happens here is that as the sky is moving, you just keep on watching it. You will start moving with it, and then the frames will start.
You can see that, right?
Yes, absolutely. This is practical experience.
But that way, I think when you watch a lamp, also you get that feeling sometimes.
Yeah. Anything in the world has a nature, and each nature you can just watch. That's all what it is.
I thought that was illusion, but actually that is a good point for focusing, right?
Yes. Now this movement, what is happening, but is called as aging.
Aging, okay.
Right. So that cloud has got aged, right?
Yes.
Now you keep on watching, you'll see fun. You'll start to see the frames in that.
Yeah, this will go, something new will enter.
So now
but why all these things are cyclic? Say if we have 15-day cycle, monthly cycle, and then annual cycle.
That is what is called as samsara, but that's all. It is cyclical.
Okay.
Samsaranti, that is goes in round. See this.
You have to get out of the ground.
Yes, that's the only thing you need to do. So you are that consciousness. That blue sky is the consciousness.
Yeah.
You have considered yourself to be the cloud. That's a problem now. So you will now have to go in circle.
Yeah.
So if you are the consciousness, then you don't have to go anywhere, right?
Correct.
And that's all what you need to do, what you need to learn, or what anybody needs to experience.
Why this samvatsara is there? 60 years. Every 60 years, Prabha, Vibhava, Dhatu, Pramodita, like that we get now. Samvatsaras.
That is from a Hindu perspective, but let us forget for time being and enjoy this, whatever you are showing me. Don't get distracted by the samvatsaras, and all that is related to the circling. See, we have defined the time and space.
Yeah.
Because time and space exist in the mind. As you keep on watching that blue sky, the time and space dimension goes away. So you will be able to establish the Brahman in you, which is without past and present and future. See, in the sky, do you find past, present, and future?
Yeah.
Do you? Really?
No. Sky means there is no time factor.
And the time factor is in the cloud, right?
Yeah, correct.
So
what is moving is the time factor. What is not moving is no time.
No time. So the cloud here represents you, your body. The blue sky represents the consciousness.
Oh, okay. Sky is exactly, the clouds are exactly like my chitta.
Yes, they arise and pass away, right? All chittas are arising, passing away?
Yes.
Okay, if the chittas arise and pass away, does that heaviness and lightness and all those things, will it stay back or will it also pass away?
Nothing stays, it keep moving.
Yes, so your body is moving, so now you have crossed the 50s and now coming into 60s, right?
Yeah.
But as far as the consciousness goes, did it age?
No, that is same because the witnesser is same.
Who is witnessing? The blue sky. Who is moving?
Blue sky is witnessing.
Yeah, who is moving?
Cloud. Chitta.
So will that chit, in this case, the blue sky, cry because the cloud has moved away? But are you there?
Yeah, I lost you for 10 seconds.
Okay. See what was my question is, now you are on top. Will the sky cry over the cloud moving?
No, the sky is nothing to do anything.
Then why are we crying? That's all we need to address.
If you really understand the emotions, which are not attached to emotions. When you don't attach, there are no emotions.
No, because the thing is that the attachment is to the cloud, which is moving.
Mm.
So if you watch this frame by frame by frame, you have to really concentrate, and you'll be able to see the cloud as in frames, just like the pictures you're going to take.
Mm.
So those space what you're finding in the sky is like the space you find in between two frames. Okay, and then really you can enjoy it.
But to realize that the frame, two frames, how to break is a question. See, when you're part of the sky, initially sky was moving, then I started moving along with the sky. Now when I watch the space is stationary, only I am moving. Then how to do this framing part?
No, you have to practice.
It's a continuous flow, right?
Yes, it's continuous flow. You have to practice it. This is where the practice comes into existence. One day or within 5 minutes or whatever it is, you will be able to see that. You have to keep on looking at it. Don't question or do anything about yourself. Just watch.
Oh, it will just happen, huh?
It just happens because you have to leave yourself to see that.
Is it this frame means what you're talking about, the microsecond kind of feeling?
Yes. You will not exist, and then you will see the frames.
Uh-huh.
You means that intellect you and ego you and all that jiva you will not be there.
Yeah.
Then you have understood what is Brahman. Now from that time on,
whichever is having a chalana, that is chitta or our mind. Whichever is having no chalana, it is a stationary. That is Brahman.
yes.
And this expansion and contraction happens where? In Brahman or in our chalana?
No, it happens in Brahman or Brahman, whatever we call the consciousness. Job is to expand and contract, giving that feeling of something is moving.
But Brahman is not doing anything, right?
It doesn't do anything.
Only Prakriti does.
No, everything else is done by Prakriti. Like blue sky, there is no blue in the sky. That is done by Prakriti.
Yeah.
Okay, all that color and shape and size and everything is done by Prakriti. But who is giving that movement?
Who is giving the movement?
That is done by Purusha.
Is that Purusha is responsible for the movement?
Otherwise, then what is moving and what is staying back? Purusha doesn't move.
Yeah.
Prakriti moves. So that some energy should be there from Purusha to Prakriti, right? Otherwise, both will not move.
Oh, you are talking about because the energy comes from Purusha, so Prakriti moves.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Now, whatever theory you have read, but you put it in practice in that cloud and the sky, you will get it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you watch some time-lapse videos, you'll get it.
Because we are always keep on in the circle of so many things moving, so we are confused. That's what we have restless life.
Yes.
So we should focus on maybe one moment is okay, not too many things moving. That means it is like too many people playing a music instrument without one raga or tada.
Yes.
It's a noise.
It's a noise. So now you have to cut out the noise. So how do you cut out the noise? Sit somewhere. Don't put pressure on time or anything. Just watch the sky for hours together. Then you'll get it. It doesn't happen.
Wow.
It doesn't happen like, okay, I'll just watch it, it happens. No, it doesn't happen that way.
That is good. Good, very good to practice.
Yeah.
Same observation can do by lighting that room, that lamp in the puja room. Something very same experience, right?
Yes.
Let me practice daily.
Yep. So then you will come to know that the consciousness does not do any movement. It appears to be so. So this will be the last part to see the Jiva and the Brahman. And that is Ananda. It is always in Ananda because there is nothing to move. Everything else moves. Everything else moves, not that.
Watching anything is Ananda, just like that. With no expectation, simply watch.
Yeah, that whatever, whenever you see this frame per second happening, that is called as Atma Ananda.
That is next step for me.
Okay. And beyond that is Brahmananda. Because now you have to become unmovable. There is no relative. All that whatever we are seeing is relative. See, you are standing on earth, and that's the reason there is a relative gravitation pull, and that relative tells you that the weight is this much. Let us say we are weighing 65 kgs or 60 kgs or 70 kgs, etc. Okay. But if you were to stand on Jupiter, you don't weigh the same. You will weigh lesser because it is relative to that. Right?
Yeah. See, this feeling you can get it in so many ways. Suppose if you know the music, the watching the raga to the finest possible way is also Atmananda, right?
Yes. Anything that moves and you are in that becomes Atmananda.
Correct. You are fully involved in that.
Yes.
Correct.
You are part of it.
Correct.
You become Atmananda. You become an evaluator. You become a normal person.
Yeah, the manipulation mode is gone. Disturbance.
Yes. See now, let us say next to my terrace there are two ladies who are moving. Right? If I see them as ladies, then I'm going to say that one is fat and another one is lean. Right? And another one is fair looking or dark looking, and another one is like that. One has white hairs and another one has dark hairs. Now what happened to the nature? I have spoiled the nature. Now what is Atmananda here? These two ladies who are walking next to my apartment on the terrace, which I can see, they are just the collection of 5 elements. Okay, and there is relative motion because of the frames. Now what happens? I don't see anything as a lady or as a two girls or whatever it is. I'll just see only as motion. Then I'm in Atmananda. Otherwise, I'm in no Ananda. Now I want the fat one to become lean and the lean one to become fat.
Yeah, don't see the colors. See Prakriti in the original form. Then it is fine.
Yes, because they have its own nature.
That is what the other day Lata was talking about. She got some 2 days, 3 days during that her leave time.
Yeah.
She got that experience. Okay.
Awareness. This is called awareness meditation. That's all. You be aware of whatever is happening.
So awareness meditation, you will be really happy.
All the time.
Yes. You should experience it.
Lata,
and that is what I said. You can do it with anything and everything.
See, but fortunately I don't have hairs. Otherwise, Lata would have pulled all my hairs. she's been behind me for this awareness thing for long. And fortunately, that day she picked it up. Otherwise, I think I would have
Now I
lost.
stopped troubling you, right, Vilas?
Yeah, you stopped troubling me. Otherwise, my whatever little bit hairs also would have gone.
I think today
That's what I told. My intellect is now fully satisfied. So I don't have any questions.
Okay, great. Yeah, but you are telling something.
No. Today I have understood that. What was that awareness means with respect to open eye meditation.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking so far you have to close everything, including and mind, take it inside and do dhyana. That is spirituality. Now you can watch whatever you want to watch, but watch with the feel of you are watching that Brahman. If something is moving, you sit in that, say, sky, then watch Brahman. Then you can see Brahman.
And you can see it right here, right now.
Yes. Then you don't have any divisions. That means Varna Veda, Jati Veda, age, caste, creed, language, nothing.
Yes.
It's all beyond that.
And then you will start to feel that why people are acting like this. Once you get it, it is so simple. That problem is getting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this awareness was taught by this Krishna to Arjuna in the war field, right?
Yeah. Same thing. This is called a situational awareness. Rather than
They said don't see the relatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go by the situational awareness. The situation is you have these clouds and there is sky. That's all. That's the reality. So now you can't say that I don't want the cloud, I want only the sky. That's not possible. So you have to accept both. Once you accept both, then we are in the situational awareness. Then the consciousness is at work. So it arises, passes away, arises, passes away, arises, passes away, just like the cloud appearing over the sky. So what arises, passes away, everything else arises, passes away. And the consciousness is also arising and passing away because it's conditioned. But when you make it still, everything gets still, then you'll see that you are no longer there. It is just consciousness. So just like the time-lapse videos or whatever, the fast forward thing where it goes in high speed, it gives you a relative existence and relative feel that it is not moving. So just like we see an aeroplane flying above our head, if it is very near, you'll see it going very fast. And if it is on the height of that airplane is like 18,000, 20,000 plus feet, and then you are watching from below, you'll find that airplane is in stationary, it is not moving. The more the speed, the slower it seems. So our body is decaying pretty fast, but because it is so fast, you cannot see it decaying moment by moment. But when we do this FPS, whenever it happens to you, you'll see that decaying happening so slowly, moment by moment, just like the plant is coming up and all that. You are seeing the same thing here. So this is with everything. Every given thing goes through the same drama.
ಮೊಸರಷ್ಟು
ಅರ್ಧ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವಳು, ಬರೀ ಹಾಲು ಮಾತ್ರ 1 ಲೀಟ್ರ್. What do we do now? Shall we go with Viveka Chudamani, or end here, or you want to go to the terrace and enjoy for next half an hour or whatever?
I think I have to attend another meeting. I forgot.
Okay.
Maybe today we can end here.
Okay. All right. Fine then. So I will meet tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.